What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tales of TV. My name is...
You're still gonna say it wrong.
My name is Garrett Webb. We got Polar Bear and Shaggy Beatle here. We're talking Family Guy today. What do you think of Family Guy, Polar Bear?
I think everybody had this show stapled in their house at some point. At some point or another, your older brother was watching this, and you would sneak a peek in there. Me personally, my parents didn't let me watch Family Guy until I was a certain age, until they just stopped caring. Family Guy was definitely one of those shows that you could, just watch at any time, late night, morning, while you're eating, it don't matter. It's a very versatile show. It's very crude humor. Some of it is distasteful. A lot of it still holds up for the most part. Yeah, I really like Family Guy. Probably my favorite out of like the Cleveland Show, Simpsons, South Park. Family Guy was just more...
Big words, but... I mean, not against the Cleveland Show.
No, for sure.
Or at least I feel like most people in our generation kind of use this comedy to communicate. Because think about how we talk. It's all about references or like whatever, that... What is it? Yes and comedy almost?
I think there's something to be said about experiencing this show as a child in the 2000s. It's just the peak way to experience this,
it's
absolutely. Like, you're a dirtbag kid, you don't care about all the stupid shit that's happening in it. Are a lot of the jokes really, really racist?
Yeah.
Yes. Could you hate Seth MacFarlane from watching the show and that kind of be reasonable? I'd say maybe even yes. I think I don't hate Seth MacFarlane. When you hear him talking, I think he actually has good opinions, but this show goes fucking crazy sometimes. Like, this show goes nuts, and I think it goes nuts in a way that maybe doesn't even work as well as it does in South Park. I like this show. I loved this show as a kid.
Blonde Lois or redhead Lois?
Yeah, we're not watching the real pilot. We're watching the fake pilot that someone found recently. This is the real pilot, but this one wasn't on TV. This is the original pilot.
That's like what hey, give us a slot on TV pilot.
I think there was probably one they even made before this, but this was like a work print edit of the pilot. So they ended up changing a lot.
Peter's glasses.
Yeah, his glasses are thicker. You'll hear Cleveland talk, but he sounds just like a random dude. Asablanca. That's the thing, that's the thing that gets me. I feel stupid laughing at a lot of the jokes, but some of this shit just is so funny to me, and I can't understand why.
That's what I'm saying, and I think the term I've heard before is it was trash humor. But you gotta think, like, it was the peak of that period. We were all laughing at terrible shit, like Honey Boo Boo was a thing on TV.
It really was. It felt like Family Guy was like the pinnacle of humor and shit. Like it's like that was the comedic perspective as a kid.
What is one episode of Family Guy that sticks out in y'all's mind?
I like the Brian and Stewie ones when they go on road
Back
trips.
in Time.
Back in Time.
They go back to Rhode Island Bound or whatever.
Yeah,
it is. No, Road to Rhode Island.
Yeah.
My favorite episode, at least the one that sticks out in my mind, is the episode where it's like a hurricane or some big storm comes, and they're all trapped in the house, and Brian takes like a bag full of mushrooms.
Oh, yeah.
And he cuts off his ear talking about World War II or something. And,
that episode's crazy.
And then Stewie comes in, like, sews his ear back on, and he goes back downstairs, eyes just completely black. Dude.
The show kind of, sometimes it goes hard. Sometimes it really does.
I like early Stewie. We were talking about this earlier.
I like later Stewie, but I don't like the weird in-between. Because there's a weird in-between between old Stewie and new Stewie that I don't love. I love old Stewie and new Stewie. I don't like the weird in-between that was there for like a year.
Evil Stewie is the best Stewie. Stewie that killed his mom or tried to kill his mom. That's the Stewie that stood up good in this show.
I loved when he tried to kill his mom. Do you remember him killing his mom?
Shot her off a cruise ship.
I remember the episode when he thought he killed his mom. Is that episode?
Yeah, it's a two-parter.
Yeah, she comes back and like has to kill him after he's taken over the world or some shit.
Yeah, and then it turns out to be a dream or like a simulation.
Yeah.
There's only a couple episodes in Family Guy that actually felt like that it would hold up to the next episode. Like Brian dying. They went as far as putting the new dog in the opening sequence.
Wasn't that someone from Sopranos? No, there was a new dog for episodes.
Yeah.
They replaced it. It was one of the guys from Sopranos.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know who. You'd know. Tony Cercio.
Is that Tony Soprano?
Ceriso?
Paulie!
Paulie from Sopranos voiced the second dog.
Okay, so he's gone to welfare.
Damn, now I'm gonna like that dog even more, man. If you haven't yet, watch The Sopranos.
So in the pilot here, he does a welfare scam, I guess, just for being stupid.
I think one thing that Family Guy does different and better than a lot of shows is the cutaway gags. The cutaway gags, to me, is what really separated Family Guy from a lot of other shows. You know, like a flashback sequence or just a cut to them visualizing whatever joke that they just presented vocally.
Did you see the episode of South Park where they talk about those though? Mm-mm. I love the cutaways in this, but South Park described it to they had a bunch of Family Guy writers' rooms was a bunch of dolphins in a room where they just hit balls and they're just throwing around random shiz. What if this happened but Hitler was there? And then it just cut to it. It's like,
well, it's like Yes and Comedy.
And then it's
I was like Yes and Comedy. You know, if it's executed
I like
well.
it. I do like Family Guy more than a lot of people, but I can see people's critiques with it. It's only fair to give that, you know. Yeah. If we're encapsulating all of it, we have to be fair.
You were given $150,000 and you were told to return it. Would you just throw it out of a hot air balloon?
Yeah, I don't know why he thought that was right. You're still going to jail.
Yeah, they can track him down either way.
It's supposed to go back to the government, not the...
There you go. Right there.
Yeah, right into the cops' pox.
Yeah, see? Pinned for it.
Put him in jail. They shot him down.
I mean, I guess this kind of show did kind of glorify the fact of, like, do anything you want.
Oh, this show is definitely hedonistic. I like that about it, though. I don't know if I need all of the pedophile jokes.
Family Guy or American Dad?
American Dad's actually surprisingly good, and it's a weird underdog of the Seth MacFarlane shows, because people love it, but, you know what? Family Guy has a bigger place in my heart, but, I think American Dad's probably better, like, consistency-wise.
I don't know.
Like if you really were like separating yourself from the connection you had to Family Guy and the characters.
The transgender alien, like Lilo and Stitch. What's up with these transgender aliens, man?
I like the Kool-Aid Man. What's up with Stewie's clothes in this fucking thing?
I don't know. They just got the colors off or something.
Are those Luigi colors?
Thinking this, it was really supposed to play up more on the stoner vibe.
That's Family Guy, everybody. We're out of time. What did you think of Family Guy? Are we just a bunch of woke SJWs? Or are you red-pilled?
I don't even know what he's saying. I'm sorry.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye. This is Tales of TV.